think we are live. I think we are live. Hey, Tiffany, I hope that you are uh, doing all right. Hey, Brenda Jackson Brown, thank you so much. I mean, great. If I were you, last week was the bomb. Daniel Biddy, good evening. Carlitha, hello, good evening to you. Thank you for joining me. Glad to have you. We're glad to have you. It is Friday. You know what happens on Fridays. Yes. Let's see how we're going. All right. Snowy, hello. Hey, Brother Steele. Cheryl Jones, good evening. I think you owe me a conversation, Miss Cheryl. So good evening to you. Tracy, good evening. Good to see you. Also, hey, Brenda Roberts, good to see you. Tracy, hello. Debbie, hello. Yes, Janice, I am here. Esteline, hello. Amy, hello. Katina, hello. Joya, hello. Iris, good evening. Ednora, hello. Good to see you. Latrell, good to see you. Leslie, hello. Good to see you. That's right. Brenda, I was you was the bomb. It was great. Thank you for inviting me. Sabrina, good to see you as well. Hey, Mama Sharon, thank you for sending those kind words my way. I appreciate that. Dr. Priscilla, thank you so much, and thank you for your love this week. I appreciate you. And Snowy says Lisa's doing good. I am glad to hear that as well. Uh, Mother Tillman, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, my brother, Alderman of the second district, Dietrich Leggett, who's doing a great job in that second district. Alderman Leggett, thank you for joining us today. Tiffany Butler, my favorite twin, good. Thank you so much for joining us. Loto, hey, Loto. Hey, Desmond, it has been an absolutely long week as well. Hey, brother Daryl, good to see you. I'll tell you a little bit about that later. Deborah, Elise, thank you so much. Diane, thank you for joining us as well. Andrea, hello. Cray, hello. Good to see you. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you. Good to see you, Nisi. I hope you're doing well as well. And Darlene and Marsha, Karen, hello. Steve and Chanel, thank you so much for joining us as well. Princess, yeah, it's date night. It's us. It's us. That's what we do. Denise, good to see you. Oh, Tashana. Hey, Tashana. Hey, Tashana. Mo, hello. Uh, Janine, good to see you. Angie, hey, Dr. Lewis, good to see you. Tara, good to see you. I hope you are feeling better. Aurelia, happy Friday to you. Sir Alderman Leggett, we are Savannah Strong. Hey, Reverend Hart and the Queen. Hey, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Kay Condolita Coleman, thank you. Linda, hello, thank you for joining us as well. Appreciate you and appreciate you joining us. Um, Let me see what else. No, we not. Um, let's see. Amy, thank you for joining us. Oh, she said her trying to be jealous. Um, I know. I know. Lacey, hello. Hey, Tiona, good to see you. Hey, Cynthia. Cynthia, guess where I'm at? I'll call you later. I need to talk to you about that. Debbie, um, I got you. Drinks on me tonight, Debbie. Drinks on me. Sherilyn, hello. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Deborah. Hey, glad to have you in the spot. Stacy, hello. Thank you. And yes, the awesome Dawn Baker. And yes, Dawn Baker is still alive. She is in phase 3 of the clinical trials, and she is just fine. You just saw on the news. So thank you, Dawn Baker. Always glad to have you with us. Um, let's see. And Bria, hello. Hey Tony, how you doing, man? And brother Henry Lee Perry, thank you. Marjorie Young, celebrating a great milestone with Carriage Trade um, Carriage Trade Public Relations. Leslie, hello. Veronica, hello. Thank you. Hey, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen. Thank you for joining us. Sarah, hello. Uh, Tashana, I mean, you love me, and the only reason I'm saying I love you because I want to go to heaven when I die. But you know, we got this issue going on. Um, hey, Bernice, watching all the way from Washington State. Thank you so much. Hey, Jimmy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Trying to be Savannah Strong and elevate me herself. Cortina Polland is in the house. Cortina does it all. She will elevate your life. And we'll talk about her a little later. Joyce, thank you so much. Hey, Leisha, finally, you're able to hang out with us. I appreciate that. Thank you for joining us. Let's see, who else? Hey, Mama Sherry, good to see you. Thank you for joining us as well. Hey, Terry Mobley, thank you. Thank you for all your support. I really do appreciate you. Let's see. And Juan, hello, Juan. Hey, Bren, good evening. Thank you for all your work with the United Way. You have been slaying the folks out there. Philip King, good to see you as well. Michelle Adams, whoa. Morticia Adams is in the house. So thank you. Glad to have you as well. Hey, Diane, good to see you. Lakeisha, good to see you as well. Troy, Jacqueline, thank you for joining us. And our favorite superintendent is in the house, Dr. Ann Levette, doing the best she can with what she has. Thank you, Dr. Levette. Thank you to our teachers and our administrators, and we're just trying to do the best we can. Thank you so much. Shamika says Charlie's junk truck is waiting for all of you to follow. Now you know you can't do no commercials on my page, right? Right, Shamika? You know that, right? All right. Michael, good to see you. Maria, thank you so much. Sandra, hello. Cindy, thank you as well. Amy and Debbie, I'm not even answering that question. Uh, thank you. Courtney Pennington. Hey, Courtney, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Um, and Nancy, hey, Nancy, I hope you're feeling better and doing better. Linda, thank you for being with us. Hey, McIvy Media and Terkesha is in the house. Nessa Barnwell, thank you so much. Hope that we'll see you soon. Juan, thank you very much. Jackie, thank you for joining us. Gwen, thank you. And Valerie is all the way from Atlanta. Thank you so much for from seeing us from the A. April, I hope those hugs are for me. If they are, I will take them. Uh, Miriam, thank you so much as well. And Anissa, I know. But the people wanted to get together. It's Friday night. This is what we do, keep our relationship strong. That's what we do. Hey, Stacy, thank you for joining us. And Gwen, Michael Holton, thank you. I appreciate you, Michael. I appreciate that. Latoya, hello. And Simone says hello. Keep it going. Gwen says hello. And let's see who else. Latasha Barnes is on there. I'm gonna tell you about Latasha in a minute. And Fab Five Mother Williams. Well, thank you very much. God bless you. My brother Gene Harrison, thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, Melissa, we join you in thanking Dr. Levette. And yeah, I'm in another location right about now. So, you know, hey, Latasha, Carolyn, hello. Michelle, thank you for joining us. Hey, the Liebermans are watching. So, Mr. Bruce, Miss Marsha, thank you so much for joining us. Adriana, hello, thank you. Edie, good to see you. Sarah, thank you for joining us as well. And Evelyn, hello, good to see you. I really appreciate all of you joining us and being with us tonight. And hey, Matthew, thank you so much. Premier, and Renee, thank you for joining us. We're just excited. It's Friday. It means that we have made it to another week, and that is a blessing. We have made it to another week. If we got here, that means, hey, the Maynard sisters are watching. Thank you so much. Tamiko, hello as well. Glad to have you. Sabrina, thank you for joining us. Lady Parker, thank you. Oh, I enjoyed myself. I thank you. Adrian, hello. Um, and Amanda and Lelia, thank you. Vera, thank you. Just so glad to be with you all tonight. Hey, Doris, good to see you as well. Angel, thank you for joining us. Um, and Angela, it's a bunch of y'all on here tonight, and so we'll go ahead and hey, Michelle, thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get it started. So if it's Friday night, and if it's Friday night in the middle of a pandemic, and if it's Friday night in the middle of a pandemic, and you have no place that you absolutely have to be. If it's Friday night and you're in the middle of a pandemic in Savannah and you have no place that you absolutely have to be, then that means that you're keeping the faith and you're following the science. That means that you are home on Friday night. And if it's Friday in Savannah in a pandemic, it is our date night called Friday Night Live. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Um, as we spend time together talking about stuff that's on our minds and things that are happening. Um, the Queen herself, Lori Lewis, is on, and Pastor Clarence Teddy Williams. Thank you for joining us as well. I want to thank you all so much for being able to join us um, as well. And tonight's favorite drink for me is Snapple lemon tea. Lemon tea. So this is for product placement tonight. As you know, you're in your house, so you can do what grown folks do in your house. Grab your favorite beverage, and then we spend our time together. So I got a bunch of stuff to talk about, and we'll go ahead and move through some of this stuff, and then as we always do, we will answer questions as they come up. So here we are. Um, the first thing is, I promised you all last week that we were going to bless a very deserving lady and her organization tonight. And I mean, some of you had contacted me during the week about this young lady, and you wanted to know, and we said we were going to wait because we wanted to show the multiplicative impact of us working together to be able to bless somebody. And so tonight, and it's an opportunity. We have this opportunity to be able to do this. So hey, Sophia, all the way from Augusta, thank you for joining us. And Amy, I don't know what you're eating, but we'll see. If you want to show me, let us know. But anyway, so um, Latasha Barnes um, is um, she is the executive director of Save Our Youth Savannah. Save Our Youth Savannah. Tasha has been someone who has followed in the footsteps of her grandmother, and she is just freaking awesome. She is somebody who all she wants to do is feed kids. That's what Tasha does. She feeds kids. And so I will tell you, for the years I've been associated with her, I mean, Tasha, she's like the Pied Piper of food for kids. And kids will come to our house asking for stuff to eat. And I know that I've donated stuff, I've had stuff donated to her. I mean, she buys stuff on her own. And she's just a phenomenal person. And we know during these times that food doesn't come as readily to young people. And as you know, for me, 3 meals a day might work 2 days, but kids are hungry all of the time. And so tonight, we want to go ahead and do something. Hey, Edward from Fort Stewart, thanks for joining us. We want to be a blessing to Save Our Youth Savannah. It is a nonprofit, so your donations are tax deductible. And so I just put her her Cash App up. Donate something. I'm going to do $100 to Save Our Youth Savannah. You may not be able to do that, but I mean, let's do something for her. I mean, $5, $10. For money you give, she's able to bless somebody's child. And I will tell you, they're not her kids, but there are hundreds of kids. And so I want you to go ahead and beyond shouting her out, I want you to bless her. And then when you've done it, I want you to say done in in your chat. I want you to be able to say it. I want you to thank you. So yeah, I just gave the Cash App for Save Our Youth Savannah. I want you to do what you can to be a blessing to this wonderful organization that, again, they don't have the infrastructure, the wherewithal to write big grants and all that stuff. But I will tell you that when it comes to saving our youth can't be saved if our youth are not fed. You understand what I'm saying? So I want you today to do that. I want you to create an opportunity to bless them. And again, I will put that out there again tonight. And when you have done it, I want you to say done, done, and then send some hearts and stuff out for Save Our Youth Savannah. SOYS. That's as easy as you can get. Save Our Youth Savannah. And again, we're going to help her to help kids, because we know when people are hungry, people do what they got to do to eat. And we want young people. Thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you so much for helping us save our youth, Savannah. Yeah. Hey, is that the Honorable Hanifa Shabazz? Hanifa Shabazz is pretty awesome too. She is the council president for the city of Wilmington, Delaware, the home of the next president of the United States, Joe Biden. So she is the council president. She does big things in the city of Wilmington, Delaware. And so it's always good to see you, the Honorable Hanifa Shabazz, from that. So I want to make sure you know that. And then people are asking, are there other ways to donate? And we will find all those ways, and we will make sure that we bless her today. So again, when you've done it, please go ahead and do it. Tasha is on here. And so that's Cash App I put out there. I'm sure she has some other ways. So please, thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, Victoria. We appreciate you. Thank you, Shantae. We appreciate that as well. Let's go ahead and bless this young lady. So um, it is right. Dawn is Save Our Youth. It's $SOYS, but it shows as SOYS 912. It's going to show as 912. All right, Gerard, good to see you. Yes, Katina, it's going to show up as SOYS 912. Yes, it's going to show up as that. That's correct. And we want you to bless people. I mean, sometimes you recognize why you're not getting blessed in your life is because you're not blessing anybody else. So we're going to do that. And by the end of this, my goal tonight is $1,000 for Save Our Youth Savannah, and I believe that we can do it. And so I'm going to be asking your help to do that. Okay, so just want to make sure you know that. So thank you all so much. So it is Labor Day, and on Monday we honor working Americans. It is because of labor union and organized labor that we have a 40-hour work week, that we have paid breaks, that we have vacation leave, that we have paid sick leave, that we have a lot of safety things we have in place. So shouts out to organized labor, shouts out to working people of America. This is your day. And so we recognize fully and appreciate the role that the labor union has had in America. They were heavily involved with the civil rights movement. Many people don't recognize that the March of Washington was actually the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. That was the real name of it, the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. And the AFL-CIO, those folks, covered a lot of the costs associated with that. The name A. Philip Randolph comes to mind, the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters, all that comes to mind. And so we celebrate that and recognize that employees have the right and should be treated right in the places in which they work. So we're celebrating workers, and so thank someone from a union. Thank them for what they do. So that's good. So that being said, The governor of the state of Georgia came to Savannah today. It was interesting. I got a call on Thursday and said he was doing a flying around the state promoting masks and asked me would I like to come. And so, of course, I came. And so, for those of you who've been sending me messages asking, was I all right? I mean, we're good. I mean, I'm not mad at Governor Kemp. Me and Governor Kemp are all right. We disagreed on a significant policy issue. Um, we just disagreed. I mean, and when you have people that are different, you're going to disagree. We still disagree in a way, but we both agree that the most important thing is keeping Savannah safe. I think that we disagreed and we happen to be right, but we're not going to throw that out there. The fact was is that he came to Savannah as well as Augusta, as well as I think Valdosta, promoting people being safe during this holiday weekend. We know that after Memorial Day, we know that there was a bump as it related to um, there was a bump. 2 weeks after, 12 to 14 days, there was a bump. We know after the 4th of July, 12 to 14 days, there was a bump. We're trying to avoid the same thing for Labor Day. So I know you have this real desire to turn up for the last weekend of the summer. But I will tell you, as you all know, this really has not been a summer. And so you all have been doing so well. As the governor had to admit that the numbers in Savannah are better than the numbers across the state. We were counting in the triple digits. Now we're trending in the double digits. And we can track that back to the point at which Savannah did a mask ordinance. And so the thanks goes to you for believing in us, for believing in what we were telling you, for keeping the faith, and for following the science. We thank you for that. We appreciate you for that. Because I think, again, that's the only way it's going to happen. And we know, again, Labor Day is here, but, I know people are complaining about um, a whole bunch of stuff and complain about kids not going back to school. Well, if you want your kids to go back to school, wear a mask when you go out because if our numbers don't get any better, then the fact of the matter is that we're not going to be going back, and then that is the truth. So for us, our positivity rate right now is about 9%, and we need to be where New York is right now, which is less than 1%. You think about that. Savannah Chatham County is at 9% positivity, and New York is at about 1%, and that's where we need to be. When we get to 6%, then we'll change our phase. Maybe the mask could go away, but right now, until it does, the masks stay. And so, for those that want to have this thing back and forth between me and the governor, I'm not bad about him. This is not personal. This is business. This is about me protecting the citizens of the city of Savannah, no more, no less. And so I was glad to have him here. We had the first lady here as well, and we had a nice press conference. And me and him are cool. He protects my city. Me and him are gonna be fine. Protects our state. Me and him are gonna be fine. So that's the deal with that. Um, our numbers, we're about 7,282 positive COVID cases at this point, 130 deaths, 671 hospitalizations. Unfortunately, it appears that some of our hospitalizations are trending down. And so, again, it's really so important for us to make sure that we continue to do the things that got us to this place. It's like you're on a diet and you see yourself starting to lose weight. And when you see yourself starting to lose weight, then all of a sudden you go back to the stuff that messed you up in the first place. And so, we want to make sure that you know, let's stick with the things that got us there in the first place, okay? We want you to be able to do that. We still have significant evidence of community spread. We know it is still spreading, and we know people are still dying. We need to make sure we do what we can do to make sure that people are safe here. And I want you to be safe, okay? Um, Yeah, Andy Durden Johnson. It is. If you do if it's SOYS, it will show up as SOYS 912. And again, today we're doing a great thing for Latasha Barnes and Save Our Youth Savannah. And again, we just want you to do something. We just, do something for $5, $10. I mean, be a blessing to help some people. Always good to see my big brother Van Kennedy on here. Always a pleasure to see you, sir. So remember the things that got us to this point. We wear a mask, we watch our distance, we wash our hands. We wear a mask, we watch our distance, we wash our hands. We wear a mask, we watch our distance, we wash our hands. And we don't go into businesses where people are not observing a mask ordinance. I mean, businesses can decide to do that if they want to. But as for me, if a business doesn't think enough of their employees and their customers to mandate mask and social distancing, then that is not a business I'm going to. And I hope you feel the same way. Some of you are sending me stuff sometimes at restaurants you're at. I mean, if they're not doing the right thing, don't go there. Because they're not doing the right thing out front. You know they're not doing the right thing out back. I'm just saying. This is just me talking. So I want you to do that. So so as you do what you're going to do, keep your circle small this weekend, please. Let's keep it small. If you don't know their status, don't invite them over. That's the best way to do it. We don't engage in activities of the intimate kind unless you know people's status. If you don't know their COVID status, don't invite them around your house. Be careful about who you eat food from. I mean, beyond the fact that some people are, challenged, culinary challenged. Again, if they don't have good habits, you don't want them preparing your food. And you want to avoid contact with commonly held surfaces or shared items. So that's the deal with that. Again, we've talked a lot about the CARES Act funding for businesses. And, you do the best you can. The city put forth $2 million to help local businesses. It didn't turn out the way that we felt it should have or the way we would have wanted to. So we're doing it again. This time we split it up in categories of four: 25% for minority businesses, 25% for businesses with 5 employees or less, 25% for businesses in socially distressed areas, and 25% for general businesses. So that way, what we're doing is we're making sure that we are spreading this around. So, when it doesn't turn out right, you acknowledge it, and you make it right. So for those who want to continue to try to beat me up over it, and lie and say I gave away money, I didn't give away anything. I mean, I didn't touch it. But I bet you one thing, we're gonna have it fixed. So that's the deal with that. So to be eligible for a grant and to be clear, because I've heard some crazy stuff, you have to be in the city of Savannah limits. This is Savannah Cares money. So therefore, if it's Savannah Cares money, it needs to be used for Savannah businesses. So you have to be located within the city of Savannah limits. You can't be in Pooler and seeking Savannah money. I mean, no, that's not going to work. You have to be in existence and operational as of January the 1st, 2020. And you understand that. I mean, you have to, be an actual business and have a business license. If you do work and you have a business, but you don't have a business license, then, it's kind of hard for us to give you these funds. You have to have 10 or fewer employees. Again, we're looking to really help smaller businesses. You have to have incurred a loss or hardship during the COVID-19 pandemic. Clay, ask me that question in a minute, and I'll answer it for you. I got an answer for you. You have to prove you have it. So you have to have a P&L, a profit and loss statement. You can't just say, man, look, I don't have any money or we lost money. No, you have to show what your profit and loss was before the pandemic and since the pandemic. You have to demonstrate that. Again, this is money that is being given away with conditions. So want to make sure you do that. And we want a current City of Savannah business license. We want a last file business tax return. You have to be legit, and your monthly profit and loss statements from January to June. So we have something to compare it with. And somebody told me, they said, well, we don't want anybody in our business. Well, if you don't want anybody in your business, then you don't want the people's money. So, I mean, that's the deal with that. The maximum grant amount is $20,000. We think we can help at least 80 businesses with these funds, and so that's how we're going to proceed from here. So let's see. Patrick says, "How do I feel about the county distributing money for relief exclusive to non-Savannah, given the money came from all taxpayers?" Well, actually, Patrick, this is really not taxpayer money locally. This is CARES Act money from DC that came to the state. So I'm not mad about it. If you look at the money the county is giving, they need to be able to do something for those in the unincorporated area. Because if Savannah and the other seven municipalities do something for all theirs, and people from the city can get county money, then there's nothing left for those on Wilmington Island and Berwick and things. So I'm not mad about that. I get it. We're cool with that. We're giving more money. When this is all over, the city of Savannah would have invested about $3.6 million in our local economy to help local businesses. So we're not bad with that at all. Brain Grant is on here, and again, I want to shout her out for the magnificent work she's doing. The United Way of the Coastal Empire, Family Promise as well, doing great work, and they are doing the thing. I mean, we allocated $3.3 million to be able to help people in Savannah, and we've been helping them with past due mortgage, past due rent and utility bills. And we have had people doing things. We've been doing it. So United Way has received more than 1,400 calls, through United Way's 211 line, and they have processed more than 1,450 CARES applications through the Family Promise portal. So we thank them for doing that, and Family Promise and Salvation Army, EOA, and all the other organizations that are working with them. So far, they've helped about 903 people in Savannah, not counting today, and they have approved more than $387,000 for assistance. And so far, we've stopped 32 evictions from occurring. 32. And what happens is that in order to stop the eviction, the landlord has to be willing to accept the money. So sometimes the landlord wants the person out. So we help what we can. We got 37 people, 32 people, I'm sorry, who are not out of their homes because of this CARES money. And so if you want more information, if you're struggling, if you can prove that you are you had loss of income due to the pandemic, you can demonstrate that you lost your job, your hours were cut. You can call 211 on Tuesday. Remember, Monday is a holiday, so we're closed. But on Tuesday, call 211, or better yet, you can start your application now. Do it soon, do it early by going to savannahga.gov, savannahga.gov/CARES Act, savannahga.gov/CARES Act. So we want to thank the folks for doing that. As you know, this week, I was excited. We finally started this vertical work on our Civic Center. This civic arena, Savannah Arena, is finally up out of the ground. You get a chance to see it. You now see some of the structures coming into play. Since last September, crews have worked 35,000 hours to demolish and clean the site, install about 4,600 linear feet of water, storm and sanitary sewer pipe, and place 2,700 cubic yards of concrete. So a lot of stuff happening over there at that site, and now we're excited about this. There will be ultimately a little less than 300 people working at the site, and we want to make sure that we are clear that this is local. We want local folks working on it. I mean, this is our marquee project. This is the largest project in the history of the city of Savannah. And so we want to make sure that where we can, local businesses are able to get that money. We want to make sure that local people are working on that. And I've made it very clear. I don't want to see out of town license plates or too many of them at that site. And I'm looking. I want to be very clear about that because, again, when you have a city, and then you had somebody ask me about why we continue to do this. Well, because if somebody said, well, why are we spending this money if we got people hungry? Well, if they have a job, they won't be hungry anymore. So yes, you should continue with this because 225 people, 250 people working on a site, if somebody's able to earn an income, then that means that they're able to feed their family. That means that their eviction might be stayed. It means that they're able to tend to their needs and some of their wants. So yes, we want to have people working. That's why we continue. And because we can't use that money for operating costs anyway. That's the law. So I want to make sure you know that. So we're excited about it. It is going to be an awesome, awesome arena. And so I'm excited about that. Um, then also the census is at the end of this month. And so if you have done that, we want to make sure that you are doing the right thing as it relates to the census. My2020census.gov, my2020census.gov. It only takes a couple of minutes and go ahead and be counted. We're only at 54.7% at this point, and we can do better. We need to do better, and we need your help to do better. And so, for those of you on here right now, I need your help. I need your help. I need your help. Help us to be able to do that. Um, so I want to make sure that we're very, very clear about that as well. So do your census, my2020census.gov. If you have not done it, what I want you to do tonight, I want you to say, let's be honest, we're all family. This is date night. This is our time together. Just put in there, I haven't done my census yet. And then we want you to do it while we're on here. And then we're going to cheer with you and we're all going to be happy together because you did your census. Okay. So I want to make sure that you are able to do that. So, all right. And good news as well. We have the 3rd Infantry Division's 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade came home this week from their mission in Europe. We're excited to have them back. Welcome home. Welcome to Savannah. Welcome to your loved ones from being in Europe. We're glad to have you back, and we're glad for your service at Hunter Army Airfield. And the funny thing about this, and this is me just being kind of crazy, but the funny part about it, after those soldiers come home, usually about 10 months or so later on, you start seeing babies coming. I've always thought that was really interesting as well. Patrick, yes, the CARES money is based on population. If we had more people, we would have got more CARES money. It's plain and simple. And so we want to make sure that Savannah is not undercounted. We know that people count. We know that you count. You're important. You count, you matter. And so, therefore, we want to make sure that you're able to count. And the way that you officially count, according to the United States Constitution, is that you participate in the census every 10 years. So I need you to be able to do that. Okay? Brenda says, open the door for the census worker. You could talk to them through your screen or glass door. Better yet, just do the census and they won't come to your door. I didn't want anybody come to my door, which is why I did my census. I did it on my phone and it was real quick. So just saying. Debbie won't answer the door for census enumerators. Okay, well then, Debbie, why don't you go ahead and do your census then? Then they won't come knock on your door. So I'm just saying. So all right. So I think that's it for me. Let's look and see with some questions. If there are any questions or anything I can look at, let's go ahead and see what is happening in the world, what's happening in your lives as well. So let's look and see what is going on. Let's see. Again, we are blessing. We're blessing tonight. We are blessing Latasha Barnes and Save Our Youth Savannah tonight. Latasha, if you're listening, text me how much money you've gotten so far. go ahead and text me right quick. Let me know how close we are because we need to get some more help. There's 300 people on here. We need to get some more help because we want you to feed some children. Lisa says parking people should be enforcing mask mandate. No, Lisa, that's not their job. They're not empowered to do that. So let's see. Gwen says you did your own with your phone. Yes, thank you very much. Annie Durden says we had that wrong designated city. Okay. Well, I mean, again, you don't have to open the door. Just do your census. 4 minutes. Debbie says she's a numerator. She's saying y'all answer the door, please. They just try to do the great job. Patrick wants to talk about Vision Savannah, what it means, and why another plan is so close to our overlapping plan. Patrick, I think that again, I think a city like Savannah should have a lot of plans. Savannah Forward was actually a plan of a former council. Sometimes good vision, sometimes help to solidify and stand the test of time. Sometimes new people come on and they have other visions. So we want to make sure that we are able to do that. Wow, look at that. We have $515. $515. So we are almost $485 away from $1,000. Lisa says address the red light cameras. People are running lights on Bay and Abercorn. All right, Miss Lisa, I could do you one better. We're not going to do red light cameras. We're going to do police. So we'll deal with that. So we're at $515. Hey, Miss Geraldine, I love you too. So $515. We need $485. I need you all so much. Hey, Paul, thank you. I am so sorry about your mom and your stepmom and your loss. And so you're very welcome and you're in our prayers. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Anne Levette is the bomb. I mean, you know what? And the funny part about it is that people sit there and they say all kinds of things. They say all kinds of things. And so, that's why I said Black Jesus. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. Well, I told you I'm not in my usual location. So, where I am is where this is where the way they got the way they do it. So I don't come in people's houses and tell them how to rearrange their home. Shout out to Obi and Dami Williams, who will be celebrating 57 years of marriage on September the 7th. Hey, thank you very much. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Williams. Congratulations on 57 years of marriage. Let's see. The city will make a fortune with more police ticketing with red light runners. We probably would, but on the other end of it, y'all be complaining all the time. Because the funny part, everybody wants ticket. Everybody wants more police until they get a ticket. So, but we'll I got you. I'm taking note of that. Okay. So I got you, Miss Lisa. Okay. Yeah. Save Our Youth Savannah. When you do SOYS, it'll show up as SOYS 912. We want you to bless Latasha Barnes as she is feeding the children. Lisa, you're married 32 years today, and you on here with me talking about red light cameras. Lisa, really? You need to be with your husband. I mean, I don't want him to think you cheating on him with me. I mean, 32 years is something good. So big ups to you, Mr. and Mrs. Bolak, 32 years today married. Y'all show them some love and congratulate them. Patricia says 30 people playing soccer with no mask. Priscilla, no. If that happens, call the police. Okay. Let's see. What else? Oh, Attorney Tillman is visiting this weekend. Always glad to have you, counselor in town visiting the parentals. I'm trying to keep them right. Pastor Leroy Pollard III, good to see you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have you with us. Any questions or anything that anything you want to talk about? What do you want to know? We got a couple of things. Okay, Lisa, your husband wants to get addressed too. Well, I will deal with that. I will. And Miss Pamela, thank you so much for praying for me. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Parent University is tomorrow at 10:30. I didn't receive an invitation, Miss Tribble, for Parent University. So what's up with that? Um, I don't know what's up with that, but anyway. Will bulk trash come back? Angel, I think we're picking up bulk trash. I think we're picking up bulk trash. Um, Sheila wants me to check the Mike Time Saver at Montgomery Street and 54th Street. They're not wearing masks. All right, we will do that. Now, keep in mind now, when the governor changed it, he said that businesses, private businesses, could decide what to do for themselves. So that's what it is. So we're not enforcing it in private businesses. But if I were you, don't go into Mike Time Saver at Montgomery 54th if they're not wearing masks. All right. So Chanel Tillman, yes, we are glad to have you here. Glad to have you back in town. Thank you, Ms. Priscilla. I appreciate you as well. So what else is on your mind? What else? What else? We're doing good time tonight on our date night. Let's see. Voting, yes. Let's talk about voting. Patrick, I'll just leave it like that. Felicia, why there no parking spots downtown for gig workers? Felicia, there are parking spots downtown for everybody. More importantly, we have garages for people to park in. We've made garages cheaper so that if you try to park on the street, that's not the way to go. You rather park in a garage because you might get a ticket parking on the street. So, am I working on a COVID task force? I am loosely. We have a group of people that we consult with. It's a part of Resilient Savannah. So we do kind of have that going here. And Patrick says, I have a blue shirt on. Terry, what am I grilling this weekend? You don't want me to grill. You don't want me to grill. You don't want me to do that. You really don't want me to grill. There'd be a fire at my house. Demita says, consider moving to Savannah. I said, call police for people for not wearing a mask. No, I said, call the police for people congregating in large numbers. If you see people without wearing a mask, we'll deal with that. And we're not calling people on private businesses. But we're going to protect our city. We want our city to be safe. Hey, Edward, thank you. Edward Markey, y'all show him some love. He did his census tonight. It only took him 4 minutes to complete. So I'm giving you a like on that, brother. Appreciate you for that, for doing that tonight. And Carolyn, who is the mother of my favorite young lady, Savannah, says get a shout out for teachers. Yes, teachers. I mean, I am so glad in a way I'm not a teacher right now because this has to be absolutely nerve wracking. I know how I am right now when I come to work and I'm on a Zoom, and after a while, my eyes are like crossing. And so I can only imagine you doing this. So we want to send shout outs and thank yous to our teachers and those in education who are doing the thing, doing the best they can to educate our young people. Thank you for continuing to care. Thank you. Hey, Twiggy, thank you very much as well. Hey, Cheryl, how are you going to be late? That's not right. Okay, that's not right. Oh, yes, thank you. Father Jeremiah McCarthy passed away, a stalwart in our community, was laid to rest, I believe, yesterday. I want to send our thoughts and prayers for his memory and for all the service that he did and to his parishioners. So thank you very much. Alicia says we need Chatham parents whose children get free and reduced lunch to apply for the additional supplement of EBT. Alicia, if you would send me that also to my inbox, I can get that out as well. Alicia, good to see you as well. Sabrina German is on here, and she is our voter registration director, and she is putting out information regarding voting. This is important. Let me tell you what I've done. I'm not leaving it to chance. What I'm going to do is I'm getting my absentee ballot, and I'm going to fill it out. I'm going to take it. I'm going to drop it off in the box. I'm not going to wait because anything can happen between now and then. Let's see. Jacqueline wants to know, has any thought been given to using the Civic Center as a polling place? The Civic Center actually is a polling place. And so because polling places are geographically based, they are based on location to make people closer. So, I think they got that part handled, I believe. Audrey, good to see you as well. Let's see. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate that. Felicia, I mean, I don't know if we could just reserve spaces for people running in to grab order. Yes, yes, Edie, I just talked about voting. Voting is, like the census, it's like the most important thing that's going on. It is. It absolutely is. And so, we need people to vote. We need people not to take it for chance. I'm not going to tell you who I'm voting for in this space, but I will tell you that you need to vote. And we have elections up and down the line, and we need people to be engaged. People want to complain, but then they don't want to vote. We need you to vote. So Sabrina German has put that information here as well. So, thank you very much. Leah says that parents have until 9:30 to 9:30, which is September 3rd, to complete the application. So Leah, thank you so much for that. C, I cannot grill. Tanya, thank you, Tanya, for not going anywhere they don't have masks. Hey, Cam, thank you for moving to Savannah. We're glad to have you here with us. Thank you so much for joining us and moving to Savannah. Tanya, how you forgot to log on? That's messed up. Jennifer, thank you for what you do as a teacher. April, thank you for doing a great job as a teacher. We appreciate you as well. Again, Amy has posted, if you are not sure about your absentee status, you can go to mvp.sos.ga.gov. mvp.sos.ga.gov to check your absentee status. I'm waiting on another text from Tasha. Tasha, we won $1,000 tonight for Save Our Youth Savannah. So again, Terry is shouting out all the teachers. She's a retired teacher. She was too young to retire. We need you back in that classroom, girl. Jeffrey, the projected completion date for the arena is January 2020. So we're talking a little over a year from now, well, a year and a half from now. And right now we don't have a name for it. It's the Savannah Arena until we get some buying rights. Priscilla, where you going? You leaving us early? Let's see. Elder, when can churches open? We're still talking with our ministers and our clergy, our rabbis, our temple leaders, our imams. And until our numbers go down, I wouldn't recommend the open churches until we're somewhere, less than 5%. I wouldn't even entertain asking them to open churches. We got to be safe. Things go okay, and then we have a funeral or a wedding or an event. Next thing you know, bam, we're back in trouble again. So, Patrick says that regarding Vision Savannah, some Savannahans are talking Monday and Tuesday. Hey, great job. We appreciate that. We have to remember our vision has to be a collective vision. For where there is no vision, the people perish. And so we have to be able to do that together. So thank you, Patrick, for that. Rose, thank you so much. Cheryl, okay. All right, Cheryl, we forgive you for being late, okay? Don't be late to our date night anymore. Absentee ballots are being accepted now. And Dr. Levette says, thank you for supporting and encouraging our teachers and school district staff. They are heroes. They are sheroes. Big ups to the Savannah Chatham County public school system. and to our private schools, and to those parents who all of a sudden found out that homeschooling is not as easy as you thought it was. Okay? Um, let's see what else. But shout outs to as well to special needs teachers as well. Comcast and Verizon get free discounted internet. I know the school system has been working with them. They have school buses with internet, like hotspots, so people can do that. Um, Wanda wants to know, Sabrina, when does early voting start? I know Sabrina knows that, so I'll let Sabrina go ahead and answer. Let's see. Tisha, thank you so much. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm dropping mines in the box too. See, the old Civic Center, I mean, the last council said they were going to trash it, demolish it. I think we can still use it for stuff. So we'll talk a little bit more about that as we get closer to it. Um, thank you, Iron Bull. I appreciate you. Sonia, you said road to River Street, 75% no mask. Thank you very much. I will get the police on that right now. Okay, I will. Let's see. What other questions we have? Let's see. Um, she said we did it. She didn't tell me that yet. Hey, Felicia, thank you. Um, let's see. I'm waiting. Latasha Barnes, I'm waiting on you. Hey, Helen Bradley, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Eric, thank you so much for joining us as well. Thank you. And the Honorable Mayor Pro Tem of the great city of Noonan, Georgia, Cynthia Elaine Jenkins. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Jenkins, for joining us. And again, you see Dawn Baker on there. Dawn Baker is doing fine. You know, straight up, we need more Black people to be in these trials. We just do. We need people who come in contact with a lot of people. The fact is, the way a vaccine works is you have to be able to test vaccines out on everybody. And again, as you see, Dawn is woke, Dawn is alive, Dawn is looking cute, Dawn is on your news at 6 to 11, still looking fly like she always does, and she is a part of this clinical trial. And so, again, if you want that information, I'll put it out there. But they're paying you. You're getting paid a couple of $1,000s to do it, and you get free health care because they're testing you. You're seeing a doctor. I think it's worth at least trying out. Okay. Early voting starts October the 12th. All right. Bulk pickup starts today for the 5th. Thank you, Sister Carmelita. Thank you very much. SpaceX will be supplying Wi-Fi all over the globe in 2021. Okay. Yeah. If Alderman Leggett wants to, man, Alderman Leggett is too busy. Alderman Leggett is like the ultimate street soldier. I mean, he's always moving. He's just moving. I can't keep up with him long enough. So, but I mean, if he wants to come on, he can come on. For Internet Essentials, thank you. They're putting information. Internet Essentials, no credit check. So if you're challenged by credit, we want to make sure that that's going on as well. So, and to answer this question, Kimberly says she don't like my readers. These are like one. They're one. I mean, don't come on here and talk about my readers, okay? That's all they are. They're not for fashion. They're just so I can see this little stuff. Elder Flossie, we're gonna have you shouting back in church real soon. Hey, Mike, my birthday is in October too. That's the best month of the year. Let's see. No, Sharon, we want to keep our civic center. We want to keep our civic center. Um, Latasha, she's saying we did it. Tasha, send me an amount, please. Please, please. Dr. Levette, somebody said a question for you about someone who's not listed as not being registered in school. Look, call the Board of Education on Monday or on Tuesday. Hey, Miss Annette, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Latasha, you saying we did it, but you hadn't sent me an amount. Send me an amount. Latasha, send it to me. Hey, Tawana, thank you so much for joining us. Hey, League of Braun all the way. And that's what I'm saying. People better not mess with me because I'm down with the League of Braun. You know, they got my back, so I appreciate them. Um, is this what I'm looking for? Let's see. Ah, hmm. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, well, before I even say that, last shot, we want you to support Latasha Barnes and Save Our Youth Savannah. Um, y'all are awesome. We said we wanted to raise $1,000 to help feed children through Save Our Youth Savannah. You have raised $1,025 at this point. $1,025 in a little over an hour for Save Our Youth Savannah. I thank you so much because let me tell you what Tasha will do. That $1,025, Tasha gonna make $3,000 out of food out of that. See, there are people who have that gift of being able to multiply, and she's going to multiply and she's going to feed a whole bunch of grateful kids. They may not know your name, but they have been blessed by you. And I'm just convinced that when you do good, good comes back to you. That's why, you know what? I can't be negative to people who are negative about me. And the funny part about it, as you know, there's been a lot of hate and stuff this weekend. Y'all think I care about that? No, no. I mean, because it's not my business what you think about me. And so for those who are on here, and throwing all that hate and stuff, I mean, I am so unbothered by that because I realize, you know what? In the end, your opinion doesn't count anyway. I work for a higher power than that. And as long as he's satisfied, as long as at night I can go to bed knowing I've done the absolute best I can, then in the end, that's all. That's all. Because when I look at what I have done and what I try to do and how I try to help, and I look at the stuff that some of you do, nothing but complain, but fuss, but cause division, all I say is consider the source. So, you can take this and add that to whomever you want to add it to. But, I'm just unbothered by that. I mean, I realize that for me, the Lord has prepared me for this time. I went through 16 years on city council, sometimes with people loving me, and sometimes with people hating my guts. And what I've learned is I'm not as good as my supporters think I am, but I'm not as bad as my detractors think I am either. So I get up, I do the best I can, I go hard every single day. Sometimes I exceed the mark, sometimes I make the mark, sometimes I miss the mark. But the fact was, I tried my best. And so for those of you, not y'all, because I fry that, but for those other people, and when you see them, and when you see that crap they say sometimes about me, tell them hashtag unbothered because I'm not working for you. I'm working for somebody a little higher. So anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But sometimes you just get tired of that. That sometimes all people can do is to complain. I am the mayor of Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, Georgia. And so I'm going to take care of Savannah, Georgia. And when you do an equity based platform, you recognize that everybody doesn't need the same thing. Let's be clear about that. And so for the last 8 months, in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of a variety of extraordinary circumstances, I'm doing the best I can. And so for those who just, you got nothing to do, and and I realize in a way, um, you know, in a way, I need y'all. I need my haters. I need you because you motivate me. You get me up in the morning. You get me up and you get me moving and you know, you get me pushing when I'm too tired to go on. Because I got to do it so that the Lord will be glorified in what I do and prove you wrong again. So I'm just saying, I'm sorry. But oh, thank you, Dawn Baker. Dawn Baker says she put the Meridian test on. But yeah, I'm not, I'm not, because I've learned people are going to complain anyway. Good to see Robin all the way from Kansas City, Missouri. So thank you. Um, and for those of you that and I've learned, hey, Pastor Glenda Layton, thank you for joining us. And there's some people. The interesting thing about that is, sometimes that people, I've learned from this is that everybody I thought were my friends were not my friends. And the funny part about it is that, and I've learned now on my personal page that some people can't be my friend anymore because I'm watching you. Like, I got you, man, you good. And then you co-sign on other people's stuff on other people's pages, not thinking that I don't see it. I mean, just because I didn't say nothing didn't mean I didn't notice it. So, I don't have time in my life, and we don't have time in our life for people who are hot and cold, lukewarm folks. We don't have time for that. So, some people will be with us, and then some people will look up one day and they'll look and they'll see that they're not my friend no more. Because again, friends like that, I don't need enemies. Hey, Michelle, thank you. Oh, Michelle. Um, all right, so we're gonna figure out we need another way of doing something. Um, and see that I want to say that also for our superintendent as a word for her. I mean, Dr. Levette, you have the hardest job in the world. I mean, I'm the mayor of Savannah, but you know what? I would not want to be superintendent of schools because people on you, you got to do the best you can, sweetie. You have got to make the best decisions you can and be able to go to bed at night believing that you made the right decision. Because everybody wants to be the superintendent, but nobody wants the liability of being the superintendent. So, you know, I think that you have been doing the best you can, and I appreciate you. And we'll pray for you. Instead of us talking about it, let's pray for her. I know Dawn Baker. Um, they've been hating on my friend Dawn Baker. I mean, I almost lost it. I'm like, you're not gonna hate on my friend Dawn Baker because she made a decision to be able to try to help the rest of us by being in a clinical trial. Dawn Baker been woke. Dawn Baker went to Howard University. She been woke. She is from Riceboro. And she has always been the same person helping everybody. And again, she don't deserve that hate. And so, for us, and maybe I'll talk about it a little bit more next week. But we're gonna create ways of celebrating and lifting up people, which is why tonight we wanted to lift up Latasha Barnes and Save Our Youth Savannah because she's doing the doggone thing. She's doing it. And Kimberly, um, Kimberly, if you're gonna get me some readers and people complaining about me doing sugary drinks, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll drink water next time. Okay, I will. Um, let's see. Thank you, Lorraine. I appreciate that. And Randall, thank you as well. Um, I want to do one more count. This is gonna be a last go for Latasha Barnes and um, Latasha Barnes and Save Our Youth Savannah. If you do that, we want you to do that. Uh, Save. Hey, Edward, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Edward, and I appreciate you, Tara, Felicia. Thank you. Oh, hey, Van. Van Kennedy's my big brother, and he goes hard in the paint and catch a technical foul. Thank you, Pastor Layton. Thank you, um, C. Nicole. I appreciate you. Vita, thank you. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Even with when the governor was coming today, and people, I mean, I ain't got time to be mad with people. I just don't. We're trying to get rid of a pandemic. So thank you, Miss Marshall. We appreciate you. And that thank you, Lucille. Thank you. L. Griffin, thank you. Carolyn, I'm not preaching. Thank you, Debbie. And Amy, I'm not letting people um, suck up my oxygen. Thank you, Bernice. Yeah, Linda, consider the source. When you look at some of the resumes of those folks who doing all the complaining, some people are professional complainers, and we'll just let them do that. Uh, let's see. Well, Alicia, equality is fair. Just distribution is not equal. That's what Step Up Savannah is all about. And maybe we'll get you on, Alicia, if you want to come on and talk about what Step Up Savannah does. Hey, Connie. Now, see, they say when they go low, we go high. For me, when they go low, I start to dig. They don't want that guy. They don't want that guy. They don't want them. I'm trying to behave myself. Thank you, Keita. I appreciate you as well. And again, we're gonna stay focused. Randall, thank you. LaShawn, thank you. Elder Flossie, that's right. When they smile on your face. LaMonica, thank you. Um, I agree. Dr. Levette is the best superintendent in the nation. Uh, thank you. And we love Dawn Baker as well. That's right. Uh, Ms. Vita, thank you. I love Dawn Baker, and um, I love Dr. Levette as well. Pray for folks. We have a problem with that. Sometimes we don't move further because why don't we start sometimes sometimes you can speak people to be what they want them to be. And I appreciate Pat Monahan. He is an awesome person. He is an awesome person, and we appreciate him for what he has done. So let me see. Let me see, Tasha. Let me see what we got. We got 1065. Let me see. Now I can't get Tasha on here, but Tasha, I'm calling you, and I want you to tell everybody thank you before we get off. Hey, I'm getting now. I want you to tell everybody. I want you to talk to everybody. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tasha.
Everyone, um, I am ecstatic. I've never had nothing happen to us or for us, but it's a humbling experience. This pandemic, as I said, this pandemic has exposed real life situation, things that we have band-aided for years that now are being exposed. And so many people can't no longer live the way they thought they were living.
Right.
So has blessed the child tonight, blessed the family. We say thank you on behalf of each child, each family, because you guys, something small to you means something so big to someone else. So on behalf of State IU for their entirety, we just humbly say thank you to the mayor of the city of Savannah. Thank you for thinking of us and helping us make a difference. You have no clue how much it means to these children. So not only today, but when you stop by, you see kids at my house, and you be like, I gotta bring what I got back, Tasha. We thank you for that. So I just humbly say thank you.
All right. So when you going to Sam's to go feed those kids? When you going to do it?
We're going to Tuesday. Kids are able to come down any type of food, or they can call at 441-527. So we will be here again next Tuesday. So if you know the family needs, do not hesitate to call us. At 912-441-3527. So thank you all so much.
All right. And so, Josh, we appreciate you for what you do. We appreciate you for your heart. And again, when you think sometimes people don't see the things you're doing, people see the work you're doing. You don't have to be up in names and lights, but he who who it really counts to, he sees it, right?
You know what, man? And this is how I look at it. I may not have a degree, a lot of these kids, no matter what it is, a young lady, a 7-year-old little girl there said, what she said, baby? This is not your final destination.
That's right.
So what we go through in life, can. And so together, we are Savannah strong. So thank you, everyone. So God bless y'all.
Thank you. And so you did 1,065?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. And you know, I'll be in touch. We got to feed these kids, right?
Yes, we would. Thank y'all. Love y'all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Wow. Thank you all so much. Again, $1,065 in just over an hour will feed a bunch of hungry kids. And we just appreciate you. Again, Savannah Strong is about showing Savannah love. In Savannah, I ain't got time to hate. We got work to do. We got kids that are hungry. We need people who need help. And the hallmark of the mother city of Georgia, the first city in Georgia, is that mother is nurturing. And that's what Savannah is, where it is the mother city. And we are nurturing. And so thank you all for doing that. Appreciate you all and all that you do. Really been a great day hanging out with you all. And again, I want you to do what you can, do the best you can this weekend. Stay away from folk. Don't let folk come around you. Love them from a distance. Do virtual barbecues. I promise you right now that I am socially distancing myself right now. I'm gonna be real low over the next few days. We have to get over this Labor Day hump. We have to get over this hump. So thank you all so much. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you like my page. I hope you're liking my page. Like my page, like my page, like my page. And again, we will do it again on next Friday. If it's Friday in Savannah and it's during the pandemic, and you're at home because you keep the faith and you follow the science, then you are down with Friday Night Live, our date night. I enjoyed you. Hope you enjoyed me. We will see each other next week. God bless. Good night.